Hey everyone, Adam here. I want to share with you just basic plank pose. So in plank pose, what we're really doing here is contracting the abdominal muscles to stabilize the space between the pelvis and the ribs, which is what the abdominal muscles collectively and functionally do. When we contract the abdominal muscles though, we're also going to create a little bit of flexion in the lumbar spine. So this is not a pose where we're keeping the curves of the spine long and neutral. We're really moving the spine towards a slight flexion, or what we can kind of call a flat back. So in plank, depending on range of motion your wrist, you may want your wrists underneath your shoulders, you may want your hands slightly in front. You could even have wedges where you elevate your hands slightly. One of my students does that to alleviate pressure on his wrist because he has limited range of motion and extension. So there's a lot of modifications, but this video is really for the wellness program that I'm offering at a friend's company. So I'm just doing little snippets of videos of things we covered so you folks can practice at home when you miss class. So this is not going to be too detailed is what I'm saying. So plank pose, hands and knees. Hands are just to maybe be slightly in front of the shoulders. That'll alleviate some pressure on the wrist. I do want to make sure that I'm spreading my fingers well and distributing the weight throughout the palm of my hand, especially the index finger, middle finger, and thumb. That's going to be more the radial side of the hand, which is going to be the weight-bearing part. So I'm spreading my fingers well. I can tuck my toes under. And now a common mistake is this. This is what most people will do in plank pose. So I have to use my whole body. My thighs activate. I lift my thigh bones up so my pelvis is in alignment with my chest. And then I draw the sides of my waist back. Part of this is also going to be helped with the diaphragm. So if I breathe into my back body, you can see how the back body lifts up. I'm pushing the floor away, so I'm engaging the muscles that protract my shoulders, mainly my serratus anterior. As I push the floor away, I keep drawing my ribs back and breathing in the back of my body. Here's the one pose where I can actually tuck my tailbone under just slightly, so my spine's in flexion, and then I can hold it. Now this leads into other poses like chaturanga, which yoga people seem to be obsessed with. For whatever reason, yoga folks decided that doing tricep push-ups is the best thing ever. It's the cat's meow. So chaturanga is really just a tricep push-up. Newsflash, who kind of fucking cares? But plank pose is the precursor to that. So before you do chaturanga, in my opinion, you need to be able to do plank pose for at least a good 30 seconds to a minute with exquisite alignment before you start popping out a bunch of chaturanga dandasanas. And even then, I still think it's a little bit precarious personally, for beginning students anyways. So I hope you found this video helpful. Stay tuned for more videos.